I never knew onion and garlic could smell so good at 9:30 in the morning. Kristen Numbers back on the show. It's a Monday. That means we are going to simplify supper for your entire week, starting with a recipe you can make tonight.
Yes, it is National Sugar Awareness Week, so I wanted to highlight the Simple Truth brand found at Smith's. And it's not only delicious, but it's cost effective, all these great things. So we're going to incorporate that into a healthy, low sugar chicken curry.
I love that you're jumping into that. I think so many people want those healthy recipes, but they want them to still taste good.
That's exactly it. So you don't have to sacrifice taste for healthy. That's the goal of today.
And what are we making, Krista?
So this is a homemade curry. Now curry is actually a British word that is kind of one of those umbrella words. It can mean any variation of all of these great flavors. So let's talk about how we're going to do this very simple curry. It started in the food processor with 4 cloves of garlic, 2 green chilies, half of a small red onion, and some ginger. And that's what you're smelling.
Oh,
we're all going to go home smelling
I don't
like
mind
Indian food.
Smelling like this all day.
So that has been sauteing for about 5 minutes. It's kind of cooked down. The juices have released. It started out, the pan was full, so you can see how much it cooked down.
Did you put olive oil, did you say, in there for the curry?
A little bit. I used canola oil because it's a lighter flavor. The olive oil you would taste. This is just a nice light flavor.
Tip.
So now we're going to infuse these vegetables with the great Indian spices, and that really is the key. And it's actually not curry powder, you know, like you would buy on the shelf, because I wanted to maintain the salt level, keep that down. So this is a combination of turmeric, which you'll find most curries have, garam masala. This is my favorite spice. It is so aromatic. This is my go-to when I'm cooking Indian food. There's a hint of cinnamon, and that's and a little bit of cumin. That's about it. So now that that's going, let's add some liquid. So we'll add chicken broth.
Okay, throw that in there.
Now, in real life, you'd let everything I add, you'd let it cook for about 5 minutes, but we're doing the speed version today. Yes, and then some tomato puree. That gives it not only the color, but that nice, sweet flavor.
Do your kids like this?
You know what they do, and especially, you've heard me say before, if they help in the kitchen.
They're invested.
Yeah, then they're like, oh, Dad, I made this. You guys, come try this. You know, it doesn't really matter how healthy it is. They don't need to know.
Well, Krista and I both have teenagers, so I know they can be super picky.
Yeah, they can be,
what they want to eat for dinner. What are you adding now? Is that the yogurt?
So this is the yogurt, and this is really the highlight of the dish today, which is what is going to keep the sugar content down. So I'm going to whisk this in before it curdles. You have to hurry and kind of whisk that.
Okay, you whisk and keep talking, because is that Greek yogurt? Is it regular?
Okay, so it's non-fat Greek yogurt, the Simple Truth brand. Great question.
Simple Truth, okay.
It's actually right over there. And I use this. You can use it on a baked potato. You can use it, you know, anywhere that you'd use sour cream. I love to put that
instead.
in. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now this is going to simmer for about 15 minutes, and then you want to cook up some white rice. It's the perfect time, or brown rice.
Yogurt
you can
just
substitute
made it so
out.
creamy.
Yeah, and then it's going to thicken and cook down until the finished product is not as saucy as you would think. It cooks down like that, and then I just topped it with some chopped fresh cilantro.
It's more like chunky with the chicken.
Exactly,
It's a chunky sauce.
And it really lets you highlight whatever you want to serve. So the naan-bread, of course.
What type of chicken do you like in here?
So I love the thighs. I get boneless, skinless chicken thighs because, and by the end, they really are falling apart. It's basically they're just going to boil in this sauce. Before I add those, though, do you want to try some of this?
I would love to try
some.
Are you going to convince me? Because I always go for the chicken breast. Because
and that's
I
what
think
you
it's more
can
tender.
do, and it takes less time to cook. I feel like the thighs are a little bit more tender because they're the dark meat, and you can broil them, bake them. But just remember that if you use the thighs, they do take a little bit longer to cook.
I love Indian food.
You can taste all of the spices marrying together.
Coming together.
The longer this cooks, the better it's going to be, and highlight the green chilies and all of those things that just take a minute to kind of cook down and incorporate all the flavors
Thank you for having me dip before we add the chicken.
Yeah, there you go.
We still need to do that in this recipe. If you would like the recipe, everybody, Simplify Supper. This is such a great place to start. SimplifySupper.com. You're also on social media. You can check you out there. It's meal planning made simple. Krista's here every single Monday. I get excited. This morning I didn't eat breakfast because I knew you were coming.
Well, this will be ready in about 15 minutes. And yeah, hop on our website, completely free for you to use.
Goodforutah.com/GTU. Krista was nice enough to share it with our website as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Breakfast is served in 15. Thank you, Krista. We'll be right back with more Good Things Utah.